Good morning to all of you. Andarki Shubhodayam. Welcome to Legal Matters by Sai Babu Sukar. This video relates to the so-called TOTA Act, Transplantation of Human Organs and Tissues Act 1994. A doctor from Kerala, he questioned the Supreme Court regarding the definition of brain death. So the title is whether brain death is a fictitious concept coined by the doctors for making them for organ donation. Vichitrana Prashna. Immediately the court, Justice Suryakanth and Justice Joymala Bocci. In the case of Dr.S.Ganapathi versus Union of India and others, SLP number 15,696 by 2025. On 8/9/2025, they were literally perplexed by the filing of this writ petition by a doctor, Dr. S. Ganapathi. Children, they asked, you yourself are a doctor. You are not convinced with the definition of the brainstem death as defined in the TOTA Act. Then why don't you approach the National Medical Commission to redefine or to fill up the gap? See, before giving a definition, the domain of experts is taken. The views of so many experts are taken to give a definition. It's not that easy to give a definition particular word. మన లా చదువు మీరందరూ లా స్టూడెంట్సే, మీ అందరికీ లా తెలుసు, గమనించే ఉండండి. చాలా వర్డ్స్ ఈ డెఫినేషన్స్ లేవు. సర్టన్ వర్డ్స్ దే హ్యావ్ గాట్ ఇంక్లూజివ్ డెఫినేషన్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నిన్నే చెప్పాను, సూట్, సివిల్ సూట్. Civil suit is not defined anywhere in the CPC. But Honorable Supreme Court of India, way back in the year 1951, in the case of Hansraj versus the official liquidators Dehradun and Mussoorie Electric Tramway Limited, in that case, they defined civil suit as a plaint or a pleading submitted in the court with the so-called pleading. A plaint filed in the court with a pleading, that is civil suit. Understand? So likewise, so definition, brain death definition. Now let us understand the definition. Right. So section 2D of the Transplantation of Human Organs and Tissues Act 1994. It says, brain stem death is a stage when all the functions of the brain stem permanently and irreversibly cease. They stop functioning. బ్రెయిన్ ఫంక్షనింగ్ మారిపోద్ది, మిగతా అన్ని పని చేస్తుంటాయి. ఏముంది, కొమాటిక్ డెత్ అంటాం కదా మనం. సో డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ డెత్, డిఫరెంట్ ఫేజెస్ ఉంటాయి. సో బ్రెయిన్ డెత్ అంటాం, సెల్యులర్ డెత్ అంటాము, కార్డియోవాస్కులర్ డెత్ అంటాము, సొమాటిక్ డెత్ అంటాము. సో అట్లా రకరకాల డెత్ టైప్స్ ఉంటాయి. బ్రెయిన్ స్టెమ్ డెత్ మరి ఇదేమిటి? వెన్ ద బ్రెయిన్ డస్ నాట్ ఫంక్షన్, అదర్ ఆర్గన్స్ పనిచేస్తాయి కదా. సో కాబట్టి ఇట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఎ ఫిక్టిషియస్, అట్లా ఉండదు అనేటువంటిది ఈ డాక్టర్ గారి యొక్క అభిప్రాయం. So Mr. Ganapathi, he is a Kerala-based doctor. He developed a theory that brain death was a fictitious concept devised by the doctor to facilitate the so-called organ trade. చూడండి, ఇది నిజమైతే చాలా ఘోరం. రైట్. సో సుప్రీం కోర్ట్ ఏం చెప్పారు కదా, ఇట్ వండర్డ్ వెదర్ దే కెన్ ఇంటర్ఫియర్ విత్ ది లెజిస్లేటివ్ డెఫినేషన్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద వ్యూ ఆఫ్ ది డొమైన్ ఎక్స్పర్ట్స్. The court is there, Supreme Court and High Court is there to interpret, but not to define and not to check up whether the definition is not correct or not. So, please remember, Supreme Court said, this is a medical issue. Why don't you make a representation to the Medical Commission, National Medical Commission, or concerned authority with a request to examine. See, if the definition has to be changed, it will be a legislative intervention, but not in the domain of the court. We may agree with you that the definition is not correct, but we have got our own limitations. మేము డెఫినేషన్ దాని మీద ఇంటర్ప్రిట్ చేయగలం, అసలు డెఫినేషనే తప్పంటే మేమేం చేస్తాం? అండ్ జస్టిస్ బాగ్చి, he said, court cannot second guess the legislature. We have to take them into consideration. You can't go on guesswork. So please remember, when the legislature defined the point, and definitely it is also useful in so many extents. Therefore, it is not violation of Article 21 of the Constitution of India. So many, in genuine cases, transplantation of brain dead persons, actually, it perpetuates the life of so many persons. No doubt, we agree that it has got various stages, maybe cellular death, maybe cardiovascular death, like that. అసలు ఈ టాపిక్ ఎందుకు వచ్చిందంటే బేసిక్గా వెళ్తే లాస్ట్ వీక్ ఆనరబుల్ చీఫ్ జస్టిస్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా భూషణ్ రామకృష్ణ గవాయ్ while addressing the bar association in Amaravati means Maharashtra state, he said people are under the impression that parliament is supreme. Yes, definitely all of us are under the impression parliament is, but remember, constitution is supreme. So if there is any constitutional violation, I think definitely you can approach the court అని చెప్పి అన్నాడు. Therefore this man approached the court. Anyway, another type of such petition is there. Both of them will be combinedly discussed together. Therefore, the matter is posted to 3 weeks later. Let us understand. If the definition is wrong, I will come back to you with another video. If the court doesn't interfere, it is sufficient. So please read the case law and enrich your legal knowledge. Friends, remember, the case is not decided, but it is interesting. Legal point is there. Therefore, I have made this video. Right? I am stopping here. Thank you very much.